Good evening. I'm Helen Mirren. In the world of juvenile music production, there are many stories, but none more tragic and truly bizarre than that of the Icups. For such a brief life as a band, their impact on the Grover Cleveland Memorial Junior High School music scene cannot be understated, and their legacy will never be forgotten. Their story now.
Yeah! I'm a star! Oh, sweet!
That's what greatness takes.
We are the Icups! One!
Cut the mics. Cut them. I can't do this.
Can I smoke in here? No? My name is Richard Hawkins, and I'm a musician. Well, I was a musician.
Hi, my name is Stevie Herbert. I really hope this isn't going to take too long. I have to study for my LSAT.
My name is Scott Peters, and for a time, I was the drummer for the Icups.
It was the greatest middle school band of all time.
Rich would have you believe that we were the greatest middle school band of all time. But I mean, Pink Floyd was a middle school band too, right? Come on.
So, yeah, we got our start in the school's production of Grease, our 8th grade year.
Well, from that early on, people told me that I had a rather developed voice.
Yeah, I don't think he was in that. I think he and, that other kid, Scott, they were stagehands.
We spent a lot of time backstage. I would drum on a bucket, and Rich would sing.
Yeah, I remember, because it was so pitchy and off-key, so I had to kick them both out eventually. And that was the first time I ever do that. And one kid got pregnant.
It was hard, but that blow was the motivation we really needed to get started. That chip on our shoulder really caught fire.
Rich cried, like a lot.
From a young age, I just understood the recorder. It made sense to me. It was simple. It was pure.
I knew Stevie from gym class, I think. We played dodgeball together.
Me and Scott were cutting class to go practice one day, and we heard Stevie give this wailing riff on the recorder, and that's when I knew he had to play keys.
I still don't know how to play the piano, but Rich was insistent and very intimidating.
I mean, we were really getting there by October. I mean, Rich sang and had his guitar, Stevie was figuring out the keyboard, and I wasn't doing too bad of a job with the drums. But we needed one more element.
And that's when my bitch mom made us let my little brother join the band. I mean, image is everything, and he was just a kid. No one wanted some twerp from Rutherford B. Hayes Elementary in their band.
I mean, we all know where Johnny is now.
Still can't believe he changed his name. I know Rich doesn't like talking about it.
Yeah, whatever. Johnny's doing whatever he is now. I mean, if you can even call it music. I have a residency at our local Chili's, so I'm doing pretty good too, but no one asks about me ever.
Rich got over Johnny being there eventually, and then we were set for our first gig.
No one was ready for us to take the stage.
Yeah, the talent show was really fun. Really good time.
You cannot imagine the pressure we were under. I mean, Michael was doing magic.
Behold.
How do we top that? Jesus Christ.
And Sabrina brought her parrot that talks. Past all that, they made us go last. It was really make or break. It was really make or break.
I was asked to judge the talent show. School board gave me a Panera Bread gift card for it. I was at Woodstock, but I have never heard anything like that first show they did.
We wanted to bring an homage to our predecessors with this one. People often compared us to them. Many said this.
I voted for a Stroke song because people actually knew that, but Rich insisted we go original.
That song is so hard on the keyboard. I mean, they all laughed at me. Grace Stevens laughed at me.
The cover they did was so-so. The kids even booed them because none of them knew who Cream were. Didn't help they couldn't play well either. But their first original, School sucks? Man, that was heavy stuff.
I remember we were asked to leave the stage early. I mean, you can't imagine the political climate. We pressed all the buttons.
I wrote for the Grover Daily, and I was reporting on that talent show. They created something. You could feel it. I mean, they were talking about not getting a date, getting to first under the bleachers, Susie getting her braces off, bad grades, you name it. And they were mad about all of it.
We spoke for the people. It was the first time they'd ever really felt heard, and we heard them for 7 minutes before they pulled my amp cord.
You can do my reading report. You can read these fucking nuts, baby. Yeah, yeah. You can't grade this. You can't grade this. Turn me down from
Man, after that, we were soaring. I mean, we played birthdays, another birthday,
number 8. Happy birthday, man. We are the Icups.
my birthday, the spring talent show, the winter formal. I mean, we were at the parade.
Do you want to tell me about what happened when Rich's older brother came home from college? Cut the mics. Cut them. I can't do this. I can't.
So Rich's brother was a pledge that year at UVM, and I remember when he came home, he brought his bong with him. We were having rehearsal one night. It was actually a sleepover. And I remember Rich stole it and brought it to the garage.
I mean, you gotta understand. At this point, we'd only ever smoked out of spray cans, and like twice ever. This was the real deal, and it changed everything.
It opened my mind, man. That night, we recorded our debut album.
Yeah, we made an 8-track on GarageBand using Rich's mom's MacBook.
It had been nothing but singles up until that point. But when we put together Echoes from the Third Floor Urinal, Songs of Detention, we changed the game.
Yeah, you had the hits like School Sucks and Passing Notes, but that bong got Rich on this really weird streak about our algebra teacher, Mrs. Smith. What was it called again?
Sweet Teacher. Definitely the most powerful song we ever put out.
It was really weird.
This was our first time to experiment and change our sound, to mature as a band.
It was a dark time. I didn't get a date to the winter dance. Stevie failed a math test, and his mom took his Xbox. Nothing really happened to Rich, but for some reason he was the saddest of us all. And the music really reflected that.
You know, it was a period of shadows, man. But there was always, through all of it, my muse bringing me to the light.
Sweet math teacher, I wanna get to know ya. I wanna do ya on my desk.
Rich was never a student of mine. I never met him until I found out he was making songs about me. I was called into the school board's office 3 times to investigate if anything was happening with us. I almost lost my job.
I didn't know he liked her that much. I mean, I thought it was a bit.
It was not a bit.
Yeah, we could tell something was wrong when Rich would go smoke alone under the bleachers, not like in the bathroom with the rest of us. You know, like a normal middle schooler.
I don't even know how we made that second album. Assistant, teach her. I mean, that's not even a pun. Because Rich got us on all the stuff he was doing.
After Rich's brother got into Uzma Kappa, he just kept bringing home worse stuff. Like each semester it just got worse. And Rich got his hands on all of it. How many 8th graders do you know that had to do bumps and geometry to stay awake because they were recording a goddamn prog rock opera concept album all night? Sorry, it's just dragging up a lot here.
Do you want something?
No,
Dude,
Rich.
No, man, listen. Ugh.
I literally ran out of chords from Pianos for Dummies on our first album. Somehow I pulled it off.
That's what greatness takes, man. So few people in the hallways and the lunch lines got that, and that's what made us different.
Okay, down to G minor. I'm gonna go over hit a Z major, J diminished, back to F minor. Yeah? All right,
Do you listen to the things Miss Smith tells us in music?
Listen,
class?
man.
I don't.
I was alerted to this band when they dropped their second album. The lack of pun in the pun title is one of the most uniquely punk concepts ever documented. The album challenged the oligarchy that was Kylie Robinson's clique, and how they controlled every aspect of middle school life. It's a real time capsule album.
It was bloody brilliant. That's what it was. And that's one from me, Paul McCartney.
I mean, despite Rich's diva attitude, party shenanigans, countless rounds of spin the bottle, sleepless nights, and rampant drug use, we were at the top of our game.
The tension was building. People wanted to know if we could keep this going into high school, and frankly, we didn't even know.
We were asked to headline the 8th grade graduation. And they requested School Sucks, but that's such a sellout move. We just had to stay fresh for such a big gig.
That was the worst idea he ever had. We were really nervous, man. This was our biggest show yet. Zeke's Hot Mom was there, all of Grover Elementary, even some high school bands.
I chose this to be the day that we were going to record our live album. I mean, we were going to get a record deal.
I never promised them that.
Could have been so easy, man. We could have had it in the bag. But Rich had to be rich.
Yeah, it went on too long. I had to leave. I had to catch a flight to see my grandparents in Florida.
I was so fed up with Rich ruining every chance we got. I couldn't take it anymore.
Oh, sweet, sweet math teacher. I need that grade. Oh, God, this is my...
I'd say we met creative differences and decided to amicably split up.
I'm a star! I'm a star!
I had a solo project, Rich Alone, in freshman year, which didn't pan out the way I thought it would.
We were kind of burnt out with music because of 8th grade. Well, except for Johnny, but you know what happened there.
This band made me who I was, but the world just wasn't ready, I guess. Kinda sucked.
That was trash.
Fuck.
That was awful.
Did we always sound like that?
I don't know.
I hope not.
That was really bad.
Thank you for joining us in this adventure into the Icups. Join us next time for On the Campaign Trail, how Jeremy Allen cheated his way to sophomore class treasurer. Once again, I'm Helen Mirren. Good night.